To get my recording concerning special prosecutor. Better repeat
say a jail will be a special prosecutor and also a jail first because the moment they are appointing as a special prosecutor of our lawyers I want on no law first and a room kogu office of the special prosecutor Assembly Court 12 February 2020 or 2021, a lawyer came to court. Many a last case. Or by special prosecutor boys no back ewo. And obisa or Pejan and San judge and say, my lord, this lawyer is not fit to be here because he works at office of the special prosecutor. And the question guy, no, Asama Obi and Anoka and said, okay, was it as of 8 February? As of 8 February, no. Now only 8 February 2021. Now only appointment letter from the boss. Is there our court? It's a conflict of interest. Why now say Coco jail first? When we are talking of corruption, who are they buying appointment amount? What of our office if one I don't now as some of who is our moral right even to say that? And you know what could do and many my dean I mean come but will not be no casasa. I expose him.
Our politicians, they are bombarded, both the public and the civil people. And to be no opportunity, the person think about his or her selfish interest, how the person can make money without the expense of the ordinary Ghanaian. So the president was proactive enough to put a certain kind of fear within his appointees. But he can't catch or say, now the down for the catch appointees, and he say, if you want to make money, go to the private sector. So Martin Amidu now takes over as a special prosecutor at the Ghana. And Mekaisi Bonidi, Ghana ha, Uchemu Miensa, about 2 tests, they were happy because of the CV of Martin Amidu. And Ghana finding their faith and confidence within this particular man. Me say, on the 23rd of February 2018, he was sworn in and was given the mandate to work as a special prosecutor. And Martin Amidu started in Ejuma. And Oye Nejuma. Now, Martin Yen Nejuma Mwa, yes, Martin Amidu is not happy. Martin Amidu feels and thinks that the government or the executive, they are trying to peddle or meddle themselves into the kind of investigations that he's doing. And Martin caught, now for your court 2019, near court 2020. 2020. And already Eddie Martin Amidu said, no, I want to open the Pandora box. There's something that is eating me up. Or say, from the 20th of October, equals the 10th of November, or no special prosecutor, no, something was eating him up. On to me na, atona genge, no obisa was Ajumana papa na catch him on the 10th of January 2018. No, the man is doing a direct opposite of what he told me. And Martin Amidu, a man for Bashan is one on the 16th of November 2020, and Martin Amidu said there be Ajumana on yebi, and Martin Amidu gave reasons as to why he is resigning or offloading his position as a special prosecutor. Martin Amidu say, Ghana Nibia Wuti Martin Amidu say, Ocean another down Kufuado. He gave him his words, he gave him his support. But another down Kufuado and the executive is trying to peddle themselves into the investigations of Ono Martin Amidu. Adia Baku Mani Jinaso. That the Juman 1 year crab was in relation to Agyapong royalties. What you said that be Agyapong royalties, no, there are some kind of conditions, and no matter it doesn't benefit the ordinary Ghanaian. It goes into the interest and the welfare of some certain kind of people. And to I don't know your friend Martin Amidu. He's not happy to continue as a special prosecutor. Mekai. A man for say and Martin Amidu said the OC say media also kita diabolic intention because we are going for an election and at the end kita na bonny. Now take this. Martin Amidu resigns as a special prosecutor because he gave his reasons. Was say adia ba kwa na yan say na nadu dan kwa Akufo-Addo ni MPP aban no o man na kwan ma na nya adwuma. Was say the executive, the hand of God, Now they were trying to peddle themselves into the investigations. No person. And no, just to paying for the money home coin. And to know his personal conviction and understanding. Agyapong will resign. And Martin Amidu have to resign. And now, the seat has become vacant. Obia, one year the neighbor, oh, near body, I go to Ampa, oh, near body, Philip Addison, oh, near body. And we are asking questions. So who is going to take over from Martin Amidu? Because this is a sensitive position. You need someone that have the commitment, Obia was zeal, no, to fight against corruption. You don't just bring anybody. Nipana, you're ready to take bullets. Nipana, you're ready to say, I want to soldier on. And make sure say, I think about the ordinary Ghanaian. And then you go so kakra. And you kofa already and edi kisi Agyapong ebai. Now, kisi Agyapong, a man for Bashan is one. Lawyer kisi Agyapong, he's a lawyer, he's an academician, and he's a managing partner at the Commonwealth Grey LLP and a chairman of electronic communication of Tribunal of Ghana. And to the open nipa bako or temranase. They are tossing him what Sramra, our University of Ghana, Lagos. And when it comes to in-depth knowledge about the law, Opobi Obekacho said he's a learned colleague or temranase. You can never, ever say, we are a friend Kisi Agyapong on temranase. So, Nana Danko Akufo-Addo, over 34 million population in Ghana settle on Kisi Agyapong. And say Kisi Agyapong should be the special prosecutor. Now, Obasan is one. Already the Kisi Agyapong on the 26th of April 2021, according to Section 13(8) of the Special Prosecutors Act 2017, and already the Kisi Agyapong will take over. Obaye, Kisi Agyapong started all year, and people had faith and confidence within him as one of the best people who can handle corruption matters. And then Kisi Agyapong will take over as a special prosecutor because it took Akufo-Addo more than 8 months to get a special prosecutor. So meaning said what nenia we opo bi obetimi aboa ama Ghana atimi akonanim. And then Kisi Agyapong abra obaba the special prosecutor. Let's go back into memory lane. Adiaba kwa midi Kisi Agyapong. Is Kisi Agyapong or the office of the special prosecutor versus Mami and Edi Abna Cecilia Dapa. Ghana Adiaba kwa yani say Asamba, we don't look at the facts. And sometimes we give the person to the public opinion for them to discuss matters. And people will come out with their own verdicts and ruling about matters. And Jennifer who's where we know, maybe the BCS you come. And as the Pakache said, Nisika ira. Now, just to me say, he made the phone no mutifieno, a bin first card. The woman made official complaint to the Ghana Police Service. They conducted their investigations. And through their investigations, a man for the Derby, I didn't any panosika baby so the good chain of fear and a sanoman. Ghana, and maybe anyone Ghana have a catch so sick would me found to be a person. But because she is a politician, and because at that material moment, she was a cabinet minister, and because of how sometimes our politicians behave, a man for being said, Derby and yes, sanity. Now look at this. Over Shannon's one. A court of competent jurisdiction after deciding on the matters and came out with a verdict. Saying, Mammy Kwaya freezing account by the special prosecutor is even wrong. And if you look at and say a court between the special prosecutor and Mamia, the woman, she won the case. As we speak today, we've not heard anything about it. Now, people are calling for the head of the special prosecutor. Something has happened. And Apostle Lincoln Abraham, whereby he was supported by Reverend Martin, who is a private legal practitioner, they are calling for the head of the special prosecutor. And they are saying, yes, a man for Bashan and so on. Yes, your friend company be SML. Now, they had a contractual agreement with the GRA. Now, ye be a pay your almost that is all your majumano. People have issues and doubts about the contract. A man for Philly say, the kind of contract that Eba Bonteno and the kind of figures that is coming out are problematic. They say that the figures are outrageous. And they feel and think that people want to do corruption about it. So this is a substantive matter. That is why people are having issues with Kisi Agyapong. Now, let's go into the matter. There is a company called SML. That company, no, Ajuma mu yenyina say strategic mobilization of Ghana Limited. Ajuma mu yene say, when it comes to revenue, and you feel and think that your revenue na unyan, and no baby is unyan, they have softwares that help you for you to generate and make sure so especially in revenue mobilization. This company was set up in 2018. So the Ghana Revenue Authority is here on the Ghana Revenue Authority told them and gave them a scope of work, telling them, say, if you look at the petroleum sector, there's a lot of leakages. So they think, say, whereby the leakages are ever, any revenue not ever form, no, the revenue can maximize. Because they feel and think that revenue no amunya, and yes, our revenue is amunya. So they went into this. Now I want you to listen to the tape. What really happened? I must have this kind of demonstration. I walk in the course, then we go into it.
Yeah, sure. Demonstration against OSP. Yeah. Why should the OSP be allowed to go? Come again. Why should the OSP go? Because they're still saying, oh, OSP should go is on so many grounds. You let me cite on the fact that the host meeting with the interview with KSM. So you saw Kenneth Rata going, but I couldn't do anything. Whoa, that means that one Kasano wouldn't go to man. What to me and your people are preventing you. Why don't you host a press conference? Tell Ghanaians that listen, this is what is happening. I can't do it. I can't come out and help me. Even the citizens will come out and help me. Wait to buy, listen to that man to be sacked straight. This is not anything. I'm calling everybody come around. You can't say one man because nobody will be in here. Say a one man demonstration. And also person joining. So I'm calling to join. A one man demonstration. So if you want to come. I want people to come, but I'm telling you, I know people will come. But me, the intention is one man demonstration, petition the president about OSP removal. Simple. What matters is the content of the petition. Simple. So are you going to submit a petition to Jubilee House? We are going to say yes, straight. From here, I'm going straight to the Jubilee House and I'm presenting it. I'm presenting them. If you want to join me, fine. Come, join me. If you don't want to join me, fine. I don't have a problem with you because you disagree with me. Some people also disagree with me. Some of them agree with me. So that one is normal. I know, sir, for someone to always say them it should be on the basis of stated behavior. And what's your petition saying actually? Then our SPI I'll see him. I've given him one. I said the fact that he allowed even Kenneth Rata his own, even if you're also a criminal lawyer, but I have a problem with him. Why do you make such a statement? Loose talk. You saw him going, but couldn't do anything because of the powers that be. What powers? That time they know they are going, they are executing. So what powers? Call the citizen. What press conference? Number 2. Dr. Ini said, Wakacha said he should bring the docket. Up to now, the docket has not gone. He wrote a letter. Whether you send it to Chief of Staff is it? Listen, this man is just playing with our mind. Simple. Me, I don't hate him. I don't hate the persona. I hate what he's doing. When you read my petition, you understand what is happening. Are you going to make a petition available to us? Yes, I will distribute it to the media guys. When I present the president, I'll give you most of the petitions. Finally.
At Apostle Lincoln, the 1957 news, they were able to give us this kind of video. So this is the man who is doing the demonstration. Now, Marika Kacho said, if you look at the Ghana Revenue Authority, or Magni Chomo said, if you look at the petroleum sector, we are losing a lot of revenue. There's a lot of leakages over there. And Utoma Samba Kwamo say, measure the quantity of oil, no, it is an archaic one. Or more the drawbang being a tomb, net more the kind of measurement. Now, if you look at the SML, they have softwares that is going to help them in making sure somebody in your company. So there was a contractual agreement between the Ghana Revenue Authority and then SML. Now, I said, people ask questions about it. Amount for what Jim said, Debbie, when your mouth first for more, you man a problematic and you know, and if you look at what the GRA is telling us, it's entirely different. At that time, if you look at the Commissioner, Kenel Damwa, and then Ukopimo Jama Norfa, or no any member of Parliament. Now take this. And check, and the Ghana Revenue Authority for so bad thing. And the Ghana Revenue Authority gave reasons as to why they have to engage SML in making sure somebody can call me. So, Adai say, now go and listen to, let's read what the GRA told the public by saying, sir, if you look at SML, they feel and think that they are the best company to deal with it. I must say, if you look at the kind of revenue generation, that kind of revenue generation, it is helping Ghanaians to move forward. In 2018-2019, 350 million liters in Yenyaye. But a sense SML for Nabano, we are getting 450 million liters. Now, Eban is the fourth estate said there's something wrong with this particular contract. No. Let's go into it. Let's ask questions about it. Yes, and that's no. So, Strategic Mobilization Limited Revenue Assurance Contract. And listen to this. Wait. The GR was say, the attention of the board and management of the Ghana Revenue Authority has been drawn to a publication made by the Fourth Estate on its website on the 18th of December 2023 and subsequent publications in various media. And you know, the Fourth Estate have to push for this particular thing. Now, the Fourth Estate officially petitions the OSP in December 2023. So, journalist Manasi Azuri Awuni and his team uncovered possible financial losses running into millions. This led to a petition to the OSP in November 2023. Now take this. The OSP. They wanted the OSP to work. Now, Nipa Bakwa, he has been fingered in this kind of job. And I issue because we Ken Ofuriata. Now Ken Ofuriata, per the documents available. Tama Ora did the Canada Moi and Omuni. There was an official letter coming from Ken Ofuriata telling them to expand the scope of work for the SML. Because no more downstream. They tell them to even go to the upper stream of getting revenue through petroleum sector. So, if you listen to the letter critically, they took orders from Orani Eddie Kenufurata. Now, the OSP has also labeled say, Orefen Kenufurata mastered and crafted scheme in executing this kind of exercise. And to Penipa Bako, Tina say, yeah, Emma said, Modin Netinico Swagana for your boka, and you already Eddie Kenufurata. Now, they are charging Ken Ofurata for causing financial loss to the state. And so these are the kind of things that Ken Ofurata 78 charges to arrive Ken Ofurata and in the team. Now let's go back. Now, Manasi Azuri and in Nkofono, they petitioned the OSP in November 2023. Arrive Ken Ofurata was relieved from his position on the 14th of February 2024. So he was no more the finance minister. Matthew Rendi Eddie Kisejabe. He has man one profound statement was say the reason why one man investigations into this, and he said there was a hand of God somewhere. And the powers his powers was limited. What them say? Ken Ofurata at that material moment, he was a powerful man in terms of governance. Then I said to myself, Jesus Christ, we are fighting a losing battle. The government, the president has empowered you. I want to ask him, officially, did he petition the president? Officially, did he write to Reverend Ken Ofurata to come and answer questions? Yantin wants him. And he about on the 7th of December 2024. And the NPP lost. Now take this. On the 4th of January, Reverend Ken Ofurata write to the chief of staff, telling the chief of staff so on Tiapo. So he's going for medical treatment. So if you look at Ken, he left Ghana on the 4th of January 2025. I want to ask. So OSP Brepa say he wants to get Ghanaians money for them. Why didn't he put him on the stop list? Why didn't I let the security agencies say, I'm doing thorough investigations about this particular man. This particular man, the air cost of purchase have woefully causing financial loss to the state. So I don't want him to travel. And yet he say Ken Ofurata, every Ghana. Now, I want to ask already Eric Ora Feniki Sejabi. The time Akufo-Addo was president, and per your own statement, because there was a hand of God, so you couldn't conduct investigations. I want to ask him, if a close ally to the president, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, is fingered in something that is scandalous, and I say in terms of corruption, can he have that zeal, that power to prosecute the person? That is the questions I'm asking. Well, if you look at Ken Ofori-Atta, among Fobasan, they even declare him to be a fugitive. Yes, Papa Wayira at large, but listen to this. His doctors wrote to the OSP. The doctors, animal ran Ken Ofori-Atta, hospital needing the Mayo Clinic, 200 First Start, Rochester, Minnesota, 5590502284251 Street. They wrote Edema already Edikisa Jabe say Mira Papa onyanim ko baabia. Now makano ma be mienu miensa de akyerew. The kind of money we are talking today enye sika ketwa. Now KPMG did an auditing about this kind of SML GRA contract. And if you look at the kind of findings on the Barbontin, and in some of kind of young vessel, almost the contract was overhyped by $100 million US. 100 million US dollars. This is an audit firm, a recognized, respected audit firm, KPMG. You had all the powers. You had everything at your disposal. So, Baba be a special prosecutor. So, what is happening? And then Ken Ofori-Atta, their mate crash me say, ne passport no there to coin. So, Baba Ghana is around by 2030. By 2030, we have an office. We give you resources. Now, Manasa Zuri Mukrampone Kwaya more resources. Or Mukrampone more heno. They are able to die for Ghanaians. They are able to do thorough investigations. They are able to do findings and recommendations and bring you to the OSP to fight for the ordinary Ghanaian. So, as I speak today, Ken Ofori-Atta so beba say on mano etogia. Wow, hear me now no pay mi jama. One kaswa kumam. If you listen to the apostle, what say? Ken Ofori-Atta is incompetent. No, Randy Eric Sejabe is incompetent to be the OSP. Utifia utiemi, and the facts and evidence I've given it to you. Does he qualify, or still we should maintain him as our OSP? Call this show the weekly verdict, the truth behind the headlines. Maybe also are Frank, who is my friend Franco, the hater, executive producer for the show. The program's manager entitled me now. My mama baso. Now what team wa? Anna and Sembi Bobai. Among for Bashan, so on the 7th of December, we went for elections. Yet two about you know, and who send baby. Now, constituency bakuma as a na entiasian yajuma, a Pandai constituency. Yet two about you, minimum yarding, a copium a court of competent jurisdiction. And you know, ye copium a Tamale High Court. Now, if you look at this particular constituency, a swing constituency. Obashan is first, Nanka Anka the NDC takes over. But now, the new patriotic party comes into the picture. Every 1996, Ebabesi 2008, it was seriously dominated by the NDC. Until Ubenya Kwadwo from the NDC in 1996, in 2000, in 2004, in 2008. Now, already a friend Matthew Nindam. Matthew Nindam is the current MP. It's one issues, He won it for the MPP in 2008. 2012, 2016, and lost it in 2020 against the Parliamentary problems this year. Daniel Rensala. And he had two about a court of competent jurisdiction, the High Court. Court near back and front, a man for the evidence, back cross examination. Say from 8A, the pink sheet, BVR machines. Nina, what's at their disposal? The presiding judge or say Abano or Monsign Concord, he has given them 30 days. So the Electoral Commission have to go for a referendum at Pandai constituency. Assembly Barrier, the lawyers at Matthew Nindam or Makasa. Yentians from their tuja. Okay, so the lawyers of Martin Nindam Makasa will go into X, will probe, you ask questions about it. Now the minority the majority, the minority is organizing press conferences. The majority is saying, say, Martin Nindam doesn't qualify to be the member of parliament who to have a seat in the parliament house. Because the court, the final arbiter of truth has spoken. Wakasa. And it's Wakasa Yedia, and who crampo in here, the speaker of parliament, Wakasa was a premature. As a year prayer, Hondo, Yenyabotre, Nyankasan Fahu. The NDC is saying they are going to start their campaign of Pandai constituency. The NPP said they are waiting for the written ruling or the verdict from the court. So, Yankunen Kotie, Nindam, the member of parliament, can I use, okay, member of parliament, or maybe dispute member of parliament, Edmak Pandai, Yentians and Mekoso.
But we decided that is why we are marching, and that's even contempt of court, but that's for another day. But what I want to say is that we have accepted the decision, we respect it, but we disagree, and that is why we are marching forward to the Court of Appeal, where we believe that they will review the evidence on the record. For example, the evidence on the record is that every candidate was given a copy of the pink sheet. Now, the evidence on the record is that there was violence at the initially designated collation center, which is Pandai. And now, once there was violence, the EC has the right to relocate the collation center. Now, regulation 48 of CI 127 says that the absence of a candidate and his agent at the collation center does not invalidate the results. So, if you came to court saying that there were issues with 41 police stations, what is the results of the collated, figures for those police stations that were not having issues? The NDC couldn't answer this in court. Now, they said that the affected police station 41, that the total votes is about 500. Now, commonsensically, if you take that 500 votes and add it to the petitioner, and that's even contempt of court, but that's for another day. But what I want to say is that we accepted the decision, we respect it, but we disagree, and that is why we are marching forward to the Court of Appeal, where we believe that they will review the evidence on the record. For example, the evidence on the record is that every candidate was given a copy of the pink sheet. Now, the evidence on the record is that there was violence at the initially designated collation center, which is Pandai. And now, once there was violence, the EC has the right to relocate the collation center. Now, regulation 48 of CI 127 says that the absence of a candidate and his agent at the collation center does not invalidate the results. So, if you came to court saying that there were
Ono NAS is a member of parliament, Emma Pandai, in issue about Yekam Wasem. Now, after some free courtroom, Omo Parliament House, the chief majority whip, Roxanne Dafia Mako, registered his displeasure, told Parliament. So, our friend Martin now, he doesn't qualify to be a member of parliament and the seat, among Kamwasam. Yentians my rocks and Ituja.
12th of November 2025, the High Court of Tamale, has ordered that the outcome of the election, please, these are very serious matters, that the outcome of the 7th of December election 2024, which brought the Honorable Nyindam to this house as the Honorable Member for Pandai, was flawed, and therefore that election has been ordered to be rerun. Mr. Speaker, ipso facto, the Honorable Nyindam is no longer a member of this house. He's not. He's not. So hear me, and so that you can respond. So, by operation of law, is no longer a member of this house with a voice. That's number one. That's number one. That's number one. That's number one. Number two, Mr. Speaker, we have received the court orders and receive proof of service. The orders of the court has been duly served on Parliament. It was served yesterday.
And this is the majority chief whip, and I also say all kasa or changes him. Oh yeah, or sign so kasai. Already didn't add a Fenio Markins honorable. He also said something. He ain't more tuja.
No. No. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Matthew Nyindam, as the applicant himself said, and the applicant here is Honorable Defiamepo, he himself conceded that he has become aware that there is a stay of execution that has been duly filed if the High Court judge, who at first instance will hear that application, is minded, he should speedily determine for the man to pursue his case at another level. Mr. Speaker, this is a democracy. Let us allow due process of law. Let us not, for whatever convenience, attempt to frustrate others. Mr. Speaker, we know of what happened on election night, where members on this side who had won their elections through machoism and attacks were denied their votes. We know what we've all gone through. So is this nation today encouraging violence, machoism as a way to move our democracy forward? I beg to say no. It should never come out of a member of parliament's mouth that he will not allow. He will not allow by what means. After all, in a worst case scenario, if the member remains here or decides to participate, in the words of Harun Idrisu, minority leader as he then was, you know what stuff I've made of. I will not get into waters that I'm unsure my ability to swim ashore. I'm very careful, extremely careful. Mr. Speaker, Honorable Harun Idrisu, minority leader, as he
Kwame Fenio Markins, and that is also a sending input or the floor of Parliament. Now, as Nane say, on the 7th of December, Yakwa Kotwaba, both executive and then the legislature. If you go to Pandai constituency, the NDC, who said there be no matter what answer and Kosuyi, and they've taken the matter to the High Court, Tamale High Court. Now take this. Asanuko Pimo High Court. No. Now if you look at the plea from the NDC, I must say, out of 152 polling stations, 41 polling stations, there was electoral malpractice and violence. So the BVR machines and from 8A now, amount for friend pink sheet, it has been tampered with. And it's our election Nankasano. They are coming to the court for the court to help them because out of the 152, move 41 wa enya papa. Now, if you look at the cross-examination, it's a course, no more course, for the facts available or the evidence available to the judge says, about 1 day, or catch them, say, do some of the 41 crampon the bias a polling station is 41. No more year, per the evidence available to him, we are going for a rerun. Abani Yakwako 24. And he gave them a 30 days grace period. Say the Kwako to Abano. Now the NDC have come out with their input, NPP for the Modiaba. As we speak today, the High Court is a big court. High Court, any ruling should be in a written form. Say that Beya Obi Pesa or King Kai Mutia said to take another actions to go to an APS 1 or superior court to Bet Miyako. As I'm talking now, Minoka say there's no written verdict Abba. So I don't know what is happening. Now, what was so amount for can send be say I didn't come for the any Ablekumanov, then I said there be two different matters. Ablekumanov the end. The electoral commission goes to parliament, tell them say if they're able to give them security, they can go for a rerun with some polling stations. This one goes to a court of competent jurisdiction that happens to be a high court. And I'm saying there be abano yankoni yankoto foforo. Matter say MPP force or more train. Amomanya that written verdict to take a decision. Omunimwa. And this is fast so amokwa piem kwandai. E kwa make sure so metima ko manim. The NPP is thinking of making an appeal. If they get the getting a written verdict, as the NPP is waiting for a written verdict to make an appeal, the NDC is on the grounds campaigning. So the NPP is appealing. All call for appeal no. Our appeal no. Meno kasai the NDC on more grounds. O must start to campaign. I've seen videos. I'm tension. The IGP has a lot of work to do. Media the AC and the AC Namaka and the MPP NDC. I don't know how they are going to deal with this particular matter. The NPP, they are saying they are going to a court of competent jurisdiction whereby Omakwakoya appeal. So they are waiting for the outcome of the appeal. They are the court of competent jurisdiction where you appeals court Nomako. NDC force there be any court to be a court. Yeah, we are doing campaign and we want to snag the seat from the new patriotic party. The judge, are you okay with it? The positions of the political party, are you okay with it? The NPP, our court, waiting for the appeal, the judgment from the judges. The NPP, NDC, almost so pandai, or campaign.